This video is sponsored by LEN'S Island. More about that later. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to SimCity, and welcome to the city of Twain. Yes, we are starting a new city today, which does in fact mean I am gonna need your suggestions in the comments for what we should actually call this place. And just so you're aware, it is mostly going to be a university city, so maybe something inspired by some real-life university-type cities. It's entirely up to you. Leave them in the comments below, and I'll go through and pick them in an episode or two and see which one we go for. Now, I have a bit of an idea for this place. Idea number one has already been done, and that was to send it some money. So we're starting with 448,000 Somalians, because honestly, we've done the early game grind twice. I think we did send money to Orville, so we're kind of skipping the early game money grind. And to be fair, I will probably burn through this money really quickly anyway. But my second idea is that we sort of use this space, this little corner, to be the bulk of our early game residential and commercial zoning. And I want to do that because, I mean, number one, if we go in here and we go to industry, we can see pollution is going to be blown towards the edge of the map. So that's one way to make sure that these guys aren't living in the shadow of pollution, even if it is sort of potentially blowing over from here, which is another thing entirely. In fact, is it? No, it isn't. Okay, unless the wind map doesn't show me air pollution. Hold on a minute. There is a chance. I feel like there's definitely a chance that air pollution might be its own overlay. It is. Okay, I think we're fine. I mean, this looks like clouds of pollution, right? It's like slightly darker than the rest of it. Oh my God, are we actually polluting this place? Okay, you know what? I don't think it's severe enough that we need to worry about it. Let's just go ahead and see what we can manage to do in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with some low density dirt roads, as we usually do. And I think I'm just going to try to line a bunch of things up. It's not giving me a lot of guidelines to work with here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so basically this is what I want to do. I want to go from here, and we're going to use the freeform road tool to actually make this work. And we're going to try and just follow this particular curve the entire way to right about there. And then I want to do the same thing right about here. Now, it's not going to be exactly the same curve, and I don't know if I can make it to the end. I totally can. And then what we can do is just connect those straight over to here and connect this guy straight over to here. And that'll give us more or less enough space to play with. The buildings in here, they're not going to be super neat, and that's honestly okay. This is mostly going to be a university city, and that's where I'm going to try and make things look good. But this can be residential, commercial. Over here is industry. So my thinking on that one is that I'm going to use this as a bit of a measurement, I think. And we're going to go something like, let's see. I don't know what to do with the industry, to be honest. I think probably just grids will be a little bit boring with industry, at least to start with. And we'll just do some big old squares, something like that. We'll go ahead and do something like this as well, so it's nicely laid out. And that's probably more than enough space for the industry. And honestly, I'm going to keep this connection just because traffic flow or something like that. So that's where industry is going to go. This is where residential and commercial is going to go. Let's get our water in here. We'll get our power and our sewage as well. So, I mean, water, we could go for the hydro pumping station. It's a little bit more expensive. It pumps a bit more water. It's also going to be kind of futuristic. So I think that's probably what we'll do. In fact, what I'm going to do is give myself a little bit of a dirt road here. And I'm going to bring this guy straight over, get rid of you, and we can put a hydro pumping station, I guess right on this corner is just fine. So we'll put a hydro pumping station there. That should keep us pretty good. In terms of power, I mean, we have some money, so I'm very tempted to go straight in with an oil power plant, so we never need to worry about power again. But this is assuming that we start making good money right away. So let's just go for coal for the time being. We'll start with coal, and we can maybe change that up a little bit later on. So coal power, and then for sewage, it's very tempting to go with a sewage treatment plant. It's really, really tempting. It's a bit more expensive, but it would, I think, also It would also kind of deal with the whole ground pollution problem, although again, we are mostly going to do industry up here, so I think I can maybe get away with a sewage outflow pipe. Can I fit this in here? I totally can. Am I going to do this? How much is it? It's 400 per hour. Oh, let's take a chance. Let's take a chance. Let's take a chance. We're doing it. We're going for it, and that gives us everything we need. So let's start doing some zoning because we are going to need that real quick. So what I think I'll do is commercial, and I think that's way too much commercial. I think that's probably way too much. So we'll do a little touch right there, a little touch right there, and fill in that space. And I think the rest of this, maybe that bit could be commercial as well. The rest of this is just going to be residential. So all of that is residential. This is going to be commercial, as are these guys. Oh, no. I don't want the entire highway. I don't want the entire highway. Just up to about there can be commercial. Rest of this is going to be industry. And that should keep us pretty good. I like to think that's going to be a solid start. We need to start making 1,000 simoleons per hour to deal with our expenses right now, but I'm pretty sure we can get away with that. And then in terms of actually building a university, we need 88,000 simoleons. We are going to need 1,600 per hour. And I would imagine that expanding this, and it looks like you can expand it really similar to how City Skylines Campus works with, you know, little dirt roads and paths and stuff with buildings on them. I would imagine each section of this is also going to be quite expensive. So we're going to have to be careful with this. We are going to definitely have to be careful with this. I'm also, I mean, we talked about it when we were back in Nerdberg, right? We're going to have to go towards upgrades fairly quickly because we do need to get some hazmat fire trucks to send over to Nerdberg. Whether or not they get them themselves or we build that kind of fire department and send it over there, it doesn't really matter. We just kind of need them. We can go ahead and place a town hall. I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to bother because I like the idea that the town hall and university are sort of going to face each other. I think that would be quite cool. So while this is all building, let's actually just have some fun and see what we can do in terms of university layout. So this is, I want this to happen, right? Obviously I can't do this, but this would be my idea, is that a road comes straight off of there. So I wonder if I can measure this up. So if I go to there, right? So if I go to right there and I bring a road sort of straight up here. Now this is going to cost a little bit of money, but I'm kind of okay with that. So if I bring a road, I kind of want the back of the university on the water as well. So if I bring a road right up to here, we can do something like that. We could go up to here. We can do something like this. I'm building a lot of these roads just for guidelines and measurements right now. So something like that, and we'll do it again, and then something like that. That's going to be the back of our university, and I want to do a nice curved section. And a nice curved section, and I need to be really careful with whether or not I build something. Get really close to building something else there. I was gonna say, well, we'll just go ahead and bring a bit down here, delete that bit. Let's oh my god, that was almost something. If you don't know what I was very close to building, it's entirely possible you've not seen me play City Skylines. Good lord. Okay. Can I do this? I totally can. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do to try and not build what I very nearly built right there. We'll go like that. And we'll go... I can't believe that. I actually can't believe that. Wow. Okay. Bring this down to here. Delete this bit, and then bring you sort of, can I get this to go straight over? I totally can, and up to there. So that's sort of okay. I would like these bits at the ends to curve slightly differently, but it'll sort of do the job. So my thinking now is if I just go something like this, and then something like this, we can maybe get away with putting the main university building like right here. Maybe. I don't know if that'll actually work, but this is kind of where I'm thinking the university can go. And then we can branch out whatever way we got to branch out. In fact, I would even go so far as saying that maybe these roads should connect straight over. So something kind of that way, and then the university's on that bit, and the rest of this can be like town hall, city hall, whatever it needs to be. This might not be enough space, to be quite honest. Just sort of looking at it, it based on the picture for the, where is it? This guy in here. It's might be enough space. It's a pretty big building. It also doesn't go perfectly central, which really bothers me, but I don't think I'm not gonna complain too much about that. It could go in there as well. It could go down there. I actually like it down there. So maybe that's where it goes. And then we sort of expand the rest of it up that way, all symmetrical like. So that would be kind of cool. And then I guess what we could do, if I just sort of branch off of this, is I could go and do something like that and put City Hall maybe in here. So if we do this and bulldoze those sections, we could have the town hall sort of facing that way. And then on the opposite side is the university with all this space behind it. I think that'll be pretty cool. And then we'll figure out how to connect this to everything later on. So that's sort of the layout. We'll name the city. Like I said, it's currently called Twain. Leave your suggestions in the comments for what it should be, and we'll get around to that. Now, a lot of you guys are not building. We have pretty big demand for residential and a lot of residential space where people just aren't building right now. That's actually kind of weird. I'm not 100% sure why that might be. That's, oh no, there they go. Now they're doing it. We're also getting some stuff around here. Why are you abandoned? Too much crime. Abandoned building. Yeah, crime is going to be a bit of a problem. Oh my God. There's 121 criminals at large. For God's sake. Two of my cities, right? Linden City and Orville are policed really well. Nerdburg and now Twain are suffering because of how good the policing is in those cities. The criminals leave and come here. Oh man. We need to do something about this. We really, we really do. Let's see. Okay, so obviously a police station is kind of the weapon of choice here. Very good song, by the way, Weapon of Choice. Let's, I guess, I mean, we don't need it up here, but I'm very tempted to build it up there. Although maybe that's where things like the police precinct should go. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's get a little French police station right on that corner. And that'll keep us pretty good. Healthcare, probably a similar story. A little medical clinic could maybe go sort of on this corner. And then fire coverage, we'll get a little fire station, a little bit closer to the industry for this one, I think. We'll put it right about there. And that should keep us good. We should be all right there. We do still have people, moving in. The place is still building. We have plenty of space still available. So that's all right. I've just got to be honest with you. It's going to be really weird if we don't lean into a megaco with this place because I don't know how to make money without it. At this point, I'm really, I look at this place and I guess the casino has made money here. So, that's a lie. I don't know how to make money without either gambling or destroying the environment, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Speaking of the environment, let's talk about the environment that you can explore in LEN'S Island. Unearth hidden wonders, fight dangerous creatures, and build your very own home in your own island paradise. And then set sail beyond the shores in the new Uncharted Waters update, featuring 30 handcrafted islands, each different from the last. Get LEN'S Island on Steam for 40% off through December 23rd, and check out the Uncharted Waters update today. Let's go and, do we want to do streetcars? I feel like we could do streetcars. I feel like it would definitely be an option for this place. It might be kind of interesting. Although maglevs are kind of the way to go, I think. So we might want the academy. I feel like maglevs, because there's no subways in SimCity for some reason, so I feel like maglevs to deal with traffic are sort of the only thing that makes sense. But I do kind of want an avenue here. And I kind of want to go with a medium density one. Although the high density one does give us taller buildings, so I'll do the high density one. I just think an avenue leading up to City Hall and the university it makes sense, even if it's not connected to the avenue via an avenue, which maybe it should be. So I guess we'll do that. We'll connect you over like this. And we'll probably bring this around and connect it up to there as well, and just maybe surround the entire space with avenues. Actually, maybe that is what we do. Maybe we surround this entire space in avenues and see how that goes. That's 18,000 simoleons, though, to build an avenue right there. So I don't actually know that I'm going to do that right now. I think we'll just sort of leave that be. And I think we can go ahead and maybe start upgrading some of these roads, too. We'll go for sort of medium density across the board. I'm not expecting any upgrades, but I don't want them complaining about not having the space to upgrade if and when it comes around to it. So we'll get the medium density stuff in here nice and quickly. I think this curved road is probably going to stay, so that's fine. And we'll do the same thing with the industry as well. We'll just get these guys upgraded a little bit. And looking down towards our demand, it's still largely residential, so we might need to figure something out with that. And we might need to start working on the residential space across the highway / avenue, because there's not really more room in there, which is where this will all come in. So maybe we do need to figure out this layout sooner than later, which I'm terrified to do because I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm thinking that comes down there for sure. I'm thinking this guy comes down to here for sure. I'm thinking this cuts across. This is probably going to be replaced with an avenue. In fact, this entire thing, oh man, this entire thing is probably going to get replaced with an avenue. Oh, I don't know about that actually. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe this is like the avenue leads straight into the city and the rest of it isn't going to be avenues. That probably makes more sense. We'll also do this to sort of cut across. This can kind of give us a city block. This can kind of give us a city block. We're losing the definition on my plan here, but I think that's all right. I think we can get away with that. And I'm also curious, what's the biggest building we can get in here? So in low density roads, obviously not a very big building at all. I also want to rebuild that road because it looked like the density was sort of broken up a little bit. So if I rebuild you, can I now build? No, there is a weird gap in the density there. That's weird. Okay, so we can't build anything huge off of that. If I was to upgrade those roads to, let's say, high density streets for a second, and then I look at you. So if I did this, there's going to be a gap between the buildings. You can see that that lighter green line at the back here is where the buildings can build up to. So if I did one there and there, there'd be a gap between them. But I think that's okay. I don't think there's any point putting a road in there because the buildings will just be built weirdly on that road. So I think we'll sort of leave it be. And I think I'll just go around and upgrade a bunch of these guys to high density right off the bat. We'll try to build out some kind of city center thing here, I guess. I'm not thrilled about the idea of building in here right now, but to be fair, having City Hall right next to some buildings is going to increase medium wealth land value. And I think we have demand for, yeah, medium wealth. So it's fine. We're going to have people living in here at some point anyway. Like I said, it's a university city. It's not going to be super in depth with industries and all of that stuff. So get this guy upgraded, get this guy upgraded. And I think what we'll do is go ahead and say that perhaps this square and that square can be residential. And I'm kind of thinking that all the way along this avenue should be commercial. I think that kind of makes sense. We do have a lot of demand for commercial, which actually, thinking about it, no, let's not do that. Because all that's going to do is have the buildings get abandoned, which they're doing because there's still too much crime. Oh man, this crime problem's really going to get to me. It is. It's really going to get to me because it's going to take forever to deal with it because the criminals are just coming from the other... the criminals are just coming from the other cities. We don't have the police capacity to deal with it. Let's have a look here. 17 crimes per day, 127 criminals at large, 24 arrests, 10 prisoners. I'm pretty sure my prison is, yeah, it's full. Oh my God. I don't like that I have to expand this thing already, but I guess we'll go for it. We have the money. It's what it's for. And then this, I really don't want to have to get rid of some houses, but I guess it's what we're doing. We're getting more jails. We'll do something like this, and we'll do the expansion onto the roof as well. So there we go. We've expanded the PD. We have 70 cells. So if that's not going to be enough, I don't know what is. It also seems like that's got some upgrades going on to medium wealth, which is fantastic. Not too sure that's going to help us out long term because, you know, money and whatnot. Although I guess just bring everybody's taxes up to up to a solid, why was that at 8%? I might have misclicked. Bring taxes up to 10%. That'll get us a little bit more money. And hopefully we can deal with the crime spree. Now looking at demand, low wealth is on the rise. Medium wealth is on the decline. So that's not too bad. These guys are doing their thing. How much is it for the university? Because I would really like to build it as soon as possible. So we could afford it. Obviously, 88,000, we can afford it because we sent money from, I think it was Linden City I sent it from, 1,600 per hour. We can afford this. The only issue I have with building this is that it improves the tech level of nearby industrial buildings. And we're not building industry next to it, but it doesn't look like the type of thing that should have industry built next to it. So you know what? Let's do it. We got a university. And I want to see what I can do to this. I really, ooh. Requires a school of science for the concentrated solar array. Requires a school of science for the great work. Speaking of great works, I haven't forgot about them. I've seen a lot of people saying we should build the archaeology. I might get around to that in the next episode or two. So this all requires schools of science. This requires a school of engineering, a school of medicine, a school of law, a school of engineering, and a school of science. They're also quite expensive. So what can I do to upgrade you? So we can do a bunch of dormitories, which can absolutely attach to the main building, and I love that. They would actually look really cool flanking it like this. I'm not gonna lie. They also kind of look cool like that, but I think having them flanking the main building is sort of the way to go. The sign can sit right about there, and we can do pedestrian paths. Oh, it really is like City Skylines. I love it. So how do I get all of this? Have more university students attend class per day to reach your next upgrade. So the first upgrade is 1,000 students in class today. Okay. Well, I think what we can do is get some school buses. Your school buses will stop here to pick up kids and take them to school each day. Yes, even weekends. So I think what we can do then is a school bus stop there and there. We'll do some school bus stops sort of here and here. We'll go for here. We'll go for here. And I guess we'll do one sort of in the middle as well. So that should kind of cover everything and take people to school. We don't have elementary schools. We don't have high schools. So I would imagine the majority of people that are going to that university, if anyone, will be coming in from other cities. So let's also get some regular bus stops so that people can, in fact, do that. So we'll get a bus stop right there. We'll get one right down at that corner, right down at that corner. And we'll get one sort of here and here as well. So that's decent enough coverage for that space. We'll get one on this corner. We'll get one on this corner. And I guess we'll get one sort of here and here as well. It doesn't really matter where I put these, to be quite honest. The buses just go wherever, whenever they want. So I can kind of just spam them if I wanted, but I want them to be kind of neat. I want them to kind of make sense, but that's decent enough coverage. So how are you doing? 74 students. All right. It's a start. It's a start. It's something. It's a start. And I'm okay with that. I think this is going to look really good. I do. I'm going to have to surround it with like parks and plazas, not to be confused with parks and plazas from City Skylines, but yeah. I'm okay with this. I think it'll be pretty cool. 150 students. Yeah. We can make this work. We also got plenty of buses coming in, which is great. So I think this is all going to work out. Now let's take a look at demand. Low and medium wealth are definitely up there. So I guess that's something we're going to have to deal with. Let's maybe bring the scope of my university down a little bit. Let's say that this whole space is going to be for the university. I guess. That's a lot of space. That is a lot of space, but I guess it's, I don't know about that. We'll see if we actually use it. But for now, that's going to be the university. Let's upgrade some more roads, I guess. So upgrade these guys to like medium density for now. Upgrade this guy and just the entire way around while we're here. We can just do all of that. And I suppose I should probably, I guess I could just build a giant city block in here if I wanted to, right? So if I use the square roads tool, I can sort of just do this. I can do this and I can do this right down here as well. So that'll give us a really nice amount of space where I could put residential zoning, which is the big demand right now. So let's fill all of this space with residential. I'm kind of okay with that. And then this space in here, we can build right back to that road. What we can do is zone the entire way along this avenue, and then commercial buildings will build right up against that road without being on that road, which might help traffic. I don't know if it will, but we'll find out. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with experimenting at the minute. Once we get the city established, I might be a little bit less keen on doing that, but we will certainly see. Now, why are you abandoned? Too much crime? Too much crime? Building fire? That one's fair enough. Also, high-tech industry develops in the city. Smart Sims develop new technology to make their lives easier. Are you kidding me? Oh no, that's way too early. That is way too early for that. Oh no. That might actually give us some problems. That genuinely might give us some problems. I've also realized I said I was going to put things like the police precinct in these spaces, which, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that with the fire department either. What are you complaining about? Fire. All right, we do have a couple of them. I think another fire department might be needed. The large fire station is definitely not going to happen. I'm actually wondering if I could just upgrade you. So the fire alarm will... This dispatches the trucks twice as fast. That seems like a, we definitely need this kind of thing. And then what we can do, we don't have enough Somalians for the, oh God. We don't have enough Somalians for another garage. Okay, well, we really burned through that money quite quick, huh? Good Lord. All right, well, hopefully we can get a truck over here before this entire neighborhood burns down. I don't see a fire truck, but hopefully. Also, do those two roads just line up right there? Do they? Almost. It's close enough that I could probably just punch these roads straight through, and that'll just let us continue the grid. That's not bad. I'm actually quite happy with that we've managed to, more or less, you know, line those up. So that's really not too bad. Oh, I did see some complaints from medical there as well. Lots of health issues. Yeah, that's 2 deaths per day. What? Oh, I guess we do have a lot of people living way away from a medical center, and also, you know, house fires. So it kind of makes sense when you look at it that way. It does. It does make sense when you look at it that way. It's like, oh, you know, houses burning down, you know, people living miles away from even a basic medical center. It does make sense. Let's upgrade the town hall into a city hall. And actually that does look pretty cool opposite the university. I'm quite pleased with that. And city hall module available. I don't really want to build one. I'm going to be honest. I'm not too interested in city hall modules right now. Although, well, hold on. Are they free? I'm pretty sure they're not. 15,000? Yeah, suddenly I'm not too interested in upgrading City Hall. If it was free, we would talk, but at the moment, no, definitely not. All right, let's take another look at demand. Medium wealth is still very much there. Interesting. Okay, if I built this, it raises medium wealth land value, so... I really don't want to build it, though. I want to build an actual hospital, which we could afford hourly. We just can't afford up front. So, the story of my life. Let's just build, I guess, a little medical clinic. I'm going to build it here, though. I'm going to put it in kind of a weird spot, because that's going to remind me that eventually I'm going to get rid of that thing. Because right now, all we're doing is increasing land value and providing the service to these people who are really far away from a medical center. And eventually we bulldoze it and replace it with a hospital, which is going to be close to the university because, again, that's kind of the vibe that we're going for. Why are you on fire? Why is there no fire truck coming to deal with that fire? Where is the fire truck? Where? Fire truck 1. Where? Please. Where is it? What else is on fire? There's from what I can tell, nothing. Oh man, are we just gonna watch? Is it just gonna burn? Wait, no, that's an ambulance. I hear another siren. That's a police car. I mean, at least the ambulance. Wait, no, I see flashing lights over here. They are only just responding, I think. Wait, Wait, where are you going? Sir? Oh, wait. You went, okay, you went up there. Right, we might need another fire department. Suddenly I'm thinking that we do, in fact. Oh my God, 3 buildings are on fire. 4! Oh boy. All right. Well, we might need to go to one of my other cities and loan some fire trucks. Which is funny, because that's the entire reason we're building a university, is so that we can eventually loan hazmat trucks to Nerdberg and elsewhere. But, oh wait, no. We're all right. Oh no, that one completely burned down, so we'll get rid of that. Oh, that one's gone as well. All right. And that one is abandoned. Well, we'll do it anyway. All right, best 2 out of 4. They did okay. They got best 2 out of 4. I'm willing to accept the delayed response because there was a factory up the road that was also burning down, but we really need another fire department. So 20,000 for this thing. We're going to be waiting for a little bit, but that's okay. 533 students in classes today. Okay. That's not too bad. How much was it for the dormitories? And what do they do? 40,000 adds additional students to your population without having to build additional housing. Wait. So this just generates people. Okay, I'm suddenly kind of interested in that. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely kind of interested in that one. I really need to bring this residential demand down though. Like really need to bring that down. So I wonder, can I do this? I absolutely can. All right. I'm not gonna zone commercial in here right now because I think that'd be kind of silly. What I am gonna do is zone a bit of residential here and a bit of residential just here. And I guess down to about there as well. So we'll let that space build up with some residential zoning. I've also realized I'm a bit of an idiot because I could have done this entire stretch of land here as well, which I'm obviously, just gone and done. We'll do that bit too, just to get as many people living in there as we can. And then eventually maybe we fill up some of these spaces. I'm really not too sure on it. I think honestly what's going to happen, and I'll pause so that they don't actually build in here. I think that is kind of what this might end up looking like. Not strictly with commercial, it might be something else, maybe residential by the water. But I think this sort of space in here is probably going to be the university. So a little bit less space than I was hoping for the university, but it does have a limited number of available buildings. So there's no point going too crazy with space, especially when we, we're going to want to bring the population up a little bit. And I'm going to try and do it without a mega tower. That's another thing that I want to try and do here is not have a mega tower in Twain. We've kind of, we were originally not going to have one in Nerdberg, and then, well, you can see how that went. We have 3 of them in Orville and 3 of them here. Although admittedly, an elite mega tower would look really nice in here, but I'm going to try to not do that. So we'll see what happens. Either way, I think this is a really solid start for a new city. So we'll go ahead and leave it there for today. We've got the university in here. We just need to bring the people. And I'm fairly sure we can do that. It's just a case of, well, growing the population, really. We are also most likely going to want to get elementary schools in here and high schools in here, at least one of each, so that we can, get our own population to be university ready. But that's a thing that we can do in the next episode. Either way, thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure, as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.